Andy, I'm going to start with you. Ralf Rangnick, what's your reaction to this imminent appointment?
I think I'm like everybody else, a little bit surprised. I'll be very honest, I don't know too much about him. So for me to sit here and talk about what he can and can't do, I'll be lying. But he must have some kind of presence. Listen to Klopp, Tuchel talk about him, and why Manchester United are going for him.
I mean, he certainly does. He's 63 years of age. And some are surprised, perhaps, that he's never managed in the Premier League before. But he's swept all aside before him. I mean, he's a student of the Saatchi regime. You know, he loves the high press and the gegenpress. You know, he's been touted to being responsible for that sort of play. It includes a deal for him, staying on as a consultant for 2 years. Do they need more expertise at that sort of level? It seems like the you know, up there in Manchester United is very busy in terms of still got Sir Alex Ferguson, you know, running the rule over things as well. How do you see that fitting in?
I don't know. Naturally, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how things go. But I think everything's mostly going to be based on how he does as well. You know, if he comes in for the next 5-6 months, does extremely well, they could have another decision to make. You know, are they going to give him the full-time job, or are they going to look elsewhere?
Yeah, it'll be interesting, won't it, Darren, to see, you know, if they put themselves in a sticky position, because say he does particularly well, will Pochettino even get a look in, potentially?
Well, it gives them options, doesn't it? I mean, I think they've made enough mistakes in the past to know that they've got to have a firm plan going forward. And that firm plan right now is to get a guy in who commands respect, who's got a very definite way of playing. As you were saying, Andy, he's got the respect of all of the people at high level who manage clubs. If you look at the Bundesliga, a terrific piece by Jonathan Northcroft. There are a number of good pieces, but I would direct you towards that one in the Sunday Times today, where he says that 7 of the top 11 coaches in the Bundesliga ahead of this weekend had once worked for Ralf Ragnick. That tells you a bit about the football brain that this guy has got. Also, the fact that Chelsea wanted to appoint him last season when they sacked Frank Lampard. He didn't take the job because they only wanted him for 4 months, because they did have a plan, and that plan was to bring in Thomas Tuchel. But Thomas Tuchel himself talks about the impact that he made on his career. There's a terrific intro in The Sun, Dan King's piece, where he said he was quite literally working as a waiter in a cocktail bar.
We could get a song out of that, couldn't we?
But again, it points to the football brain that he had. He took Hoffenheim from nowhere into the top half of the Bundesliga. Did a similar thing at Leipzig as well. He discovered the likes of Mane, Upamecano, the central defender who now plays for Bayern, the striker Patson Daka at Leicester, and also, obviously, Erling Haaland. We'll talk about Haaland in a bit. And again, to go back to Johnny's piece in the Sunday Times, he says 6 of Jurgen Klopp's squad at Liverpool were discovered by Ragnick. Mane, Keita, Firmino, Matip, Konate and Minamino. This is a guy who's got a fantastic eye for a player, a very definite way of playing. He's a guy who commands widespread respect, and you have to congratulate Manchester United on making a good decision that is going to leave the club in with a safe pair of hands in the short term, and in the longer term a guy who could dovetail into the way that Pochettino thinks about the game as well. It's the first appointment that United have made in the post-Sir Alex era that's been made out, if you like, with the director of football. You've got John Murtagh there, you've got Darren Fletcher there as the technical director as well. So it kind of shows that they are moving towards a different way of thinking. And I think, given the mistakes that United have made in the past, it does show that they are trying to embrace a different way. And hopefully that's going to lead to more positive results and an upturn in the form of a great club.